All right, Super Bowl week here on Studyball. And so, as you guys know, I like to break down the game and get into some more details throughout this week than I normally would on Studyball. So take a look at a lot of different things. Take a look at the playmakers for each quarterback. Take a look at the dynamics of each quarterback. Take a look at the defenses or any other little things that I think stands out and may be a contributor to the game on Sunday afternoon. So we're going to start with playmakers, and we're going to start with Kansas City's biggest playmaker in Travis Kelce. And what I love so much about Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes and their rapport together is how they play just a little bit outside the structure of every single play. Now, this can be dangerous at times, but when you've got two unbelievable players that have a great feel for the game and understand each other as well as these guys do, you'll see as we pop into the tape how beneficial that feel and that slight adjustment within the course of a play can lead to big play after big play after big play. Okay, so here we go. Travis Kelce down here. And a lot of times you see these adjustments on either things that we're running over the field, so there's a lot of open green grass there, or times when he's running corner routes. So we're going to start here against the Cardinals, and you're going to see he's going to work to run this over. Now, normally when you run this over and they're running kind of a post or go combination over here. So we're trying to clear everything out over there. You see the flat receiver there. So we're trying to work this high-low here off the flat defender on the other side of the field. That's normally what a deep over flat combination is all about. But you're going to notice, watch Travis Kelce right here. So this is the first time he looks is right here. Why is he looking right there? Well, because he realizes as he's running across the field, I just passed a linebacker who's outside of me. There's another linebacker over there. Well, maybe there's a window right here between the hashes. So he's going to peek there on his way to run the over. Okay? I don't get it here. So now I love to watch his head. So if you guys can watch this, I'm going to try to put it in slow motion. And if you can just watch him right there. So right there, he turns his head and he peeks at whatever is out in front of him. When he does that, he sees this deep defender right here. So he tells himself, well, I can't keep running over into this area because I won't be open. So I'm going to adjust it just a little bit as I come over here, and I'm going to get past this other linebacker, and I'm going to settle in this hole. And you see as Patrick Mahomes steps up, he feels the same thing. He settles right there in the hole. And now the read would probably tell us to take this swing route by the back right here. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's a big play to be had throwing it to the back. But oftentimes as quarterbacks, we feel like if we throw it underneath, the play's not going to be as big as if we throw it down the field. So this type of adjustment here allows them to make more throws down the field and the possibilities for more chunk throws with the ball in the air. Okay, so here's Travis Kelce right here. And he's going to, once again, he's going to work and run an over or an in route here. And I'm just going to want you guys to watch how this plays out. So he runs the in, okay, and he turns here and he realizes this guy's in his way. So he's going to keep going. But there's a little bit more to it. So they scramble and you say, well, of course he's going to keep going. He's wide open over there. And you just keep running your in route, which is true. But I want you to watch, again, his eyes. Everything is about his eyes and his understanding. So as we run through it, here he is, right here. I want you to watch his eyes. Okay, so he starts, his eyes are there. Watch when he starts to scramble here. Where's his eyes go? See his eyes? His eyes turn and they go up the field and out in front of him. Why? Because as Patrick Mahomes is starting to scramble, what he wants to know is where are the bodies? Where's the opening? Where can I make myself available to my quarterback to make the easiest throw possible? Here, obviously, as we saw on the wide copy, it's out in front of him. So he just goes to green grass into free space, and he creates a big opportunity for their team. Okay, here he comes across on motion. All right, so this time it's going to be a corner route. So he's running a corner route. Okay, we're going to have a flat here, and it's going to be kind of that same idea, is we're going to end up having a corner, flat, high, low to that side. But again, hard to see, I know, probably on your copy, but as he comes out of this route, first thing he does is he peeks over here. I want to see what's out there. Are those guys all clearing out so I can continue on my corner route? Or is there a guy sitting over there? Well, there's a guy sitting over there, so what does he do? He settles. He settles right here in this hole. So he's still trying to influence those guys in case we want to throw the underneath route right here. But I want to make myself available, so I'm going to stop in that window. Patrick understands that, understands the feel that Travis has for the game. Boom, another chunk throw past the sticks. This is going to be a theme at what they do. You see it over and over again. Here he is, running the over. Okay, setting, running the over. Once he turns to run the over, it's all eyes on this side. Where's the opening? Where's the opening? Oh, see it? He comes over here. I see a lot of color over here. So I'm running an over route, and I'm running it, and I'm settling in this window in between these two linebackers. Make myself available for the quarterback. Boom. Another throw down the field, another completion, another chunk play. We go in motion. Corner route once again. What's he see? As he comes out, right? He knows that this guy ran past him, so he knows that guy's working out to the flat. Sees color out here, and he knows that if he continues to go here and that guy falls off, that's the one way to cover this. What he knows and what he understands, he's so smart, there's one defender right here, okay? I've got a guy going out to the flat. So if I push up and settle in this window here, now I'm putting that defender in a bind, even more of a bind than if I continue to run. If I continue to run here, it forces him to only have to cover depth, okay? Because he's already in a position from a width standpoint to cover both of those. If I settle into this window here, now I force this linebacker not only to cover the depth that we're talking about, but to cover both of us, he's got to cover the flat out to the sideline, and he's got to cover the corner back in between the hash and the number. So he's got to cover both width and depth. We've just made it harder on the defense to do that. Another nice window throw, second level, first down completion. All right, so on this particular play, running what we call T-naked. So the tailback is running into the flat. We've got a corner route, and then we've got a trail. So this trail route is we're kind of seal the edge, hold it for the quarterback, and then find a window here for the quarterback to throw. And so here again is, I don't know if you notice it here. I notice it. As he's coming off here, and this guy starts to work there, his eyes for a quick second pop inside to this linebacker. He wants to see if that linebacker is moving. And as he does that, he feels this linebacker moving this direction. So what's he going to do? He's going to turn, and he's going to settle right in that window. So if he gets the ball, that guy has overplayed it, so he settles right there. And when he gets it, where's he going to go? He's going to turn back to the inside. Why is he turning to the inside? Because I already eyed this guy. I saw this guy before I ran my route. I know he's flowing outside, so I know the window is back to the inside. Make yourself available and know how to make plays a little bit outside of the schedule, a little bit outside of the structure of the play. All right, here's another one. We're going to run a tight end screen right here. Block that end, block that end. We're going to pull guys out here, and we're going to run this screen in this direction. What's Travis understand is that, I think that's Josh Allen right there, but whoever this is right here playing defensive end, he's going to block him, and that guy's going to sit out there waiting for the screen. So what does Travis do? He pushes him out there, and he actually runs the screen back the other direction. So yes, it's going away from the offensive line, but he knows I can't even get the football if I'm here. So I'm going to make myself available because this screen is designed to go to me. I'm going to bounce back to the inside. I pick up a block from the other tight end that's coming out, running back that's coming out, and we pick up a nice chunk play on something that shouldn't have been anything. We'll watch it again from this angle. I guess that's not Josh Allen over there. But we're going to block, right? He's out here. He's sitting out here. I can't catch it there. Oh, well, make yourself available to the quarterback. Bounce back to the inside. These two guys have a feel. get myself a block, get myself another play. All right, so on this one, we're actually running that play that we were talking about where it's go, corner, and flat. And Travis has the flat in this particular case. So he's going out to try to create this high-low right here. What's he understand? He understands when he's running that there's already a secondary defender down there. And as he goes to run the flat, the defensive end peeled on him and is going to cover the flat. So no longer do I really need to create a high-low because I'm being covered by an underneath guy. There's an over-the-top guy to cover the corner. So now I can have the freedom to get open. So he's supposed to be running a flat here. He says, forget it. This guy's running with me. I'm not going to get open. Let me adjust back to the inside. And look at the understanding of Patrick Mahomes. Buys a little bit of time, understands what Travis is going to do. Boom, separates, gets open, and we're getting another big play and a first down based on that feel that these two guys have for the game. A couple plays here from the championship game. So again, it's all about the eyes. He's going to release. He's running a corner here. You're going to watch the levels to this, right? We've already seen him one time run the corner and kind of hook right here. And then another time, he's going to come out here and he's going to run through it. But he can't hook. He can't run through because there's defenders out there. Now he can find that second window. So you watch it right here. He turns around. He's ready to settle right there. Oh, nope. There's a guy right here. Can't settle. Okay, I'm going to keep working. But I also know bodies outside of me. Settle in the hole. Boom, right there on the inside edge of the numbers. Right? You see it. I'm outside of that defender. I'm inside of these defenders. I'm making myself available. Boom, chunk. Not sure this was in the playbook. Talk about ad-libbing a little bit. Let me pitch it to my running back. But good thing that didn't hurt him in that situation. That's not the only one. All right, so on this play, we got a sprint out. And it's a sprint out, what we call horn. Okay, so it's a hitch out there, and then it's going to be a corner with Travis Kelce right here. Now, fourth down, I thought Patrick should have taken that one. That was the easy one that gets him the first down right now. But again, who's the guy I trust? Travis Kelce. But you'll notice on this corner route, the defender stays outside of him. So we lose all leverage on the corner to the outside. But here's my two guys again, working. They see it, understand. He turns around and views his quarterback who's buying a little bit of time. So I'm going to put the brakes on, understand I have outside leverage, turn back to the inside, make myself available. Patrick sees it, throws it back to the inside, and what should have been covered and perfect coverage by the Bengals becomes a touchdown for the Chiefs because of the feel of these two guys. All right. Just a little play that we call stick. So it's here, and then Travis has the ability to turn and break out if he's got man or if there's a hole there, or he's got the ability to push up, and if this guy works outside, boom, just turn back to the inside. So you see it right here, right? So I shouldn't say turn to the inside. He turns outside because he always turns outside, but then he turns and falls back to the inside away from the defenders. And you see it, away from the defenders. I know where the most dangerous guy is for my quarterback. I know where the biggest hole is for me to run. So I'm going to use that feel, pop back in between these two linebackers, and now we get an 11-yard play on a little 5-yard stick route because of that feel that Travis Kelce has for the game. All right, so I put this one on here last because we got to show all the great stuff that these guys do, and it usually works out in their favor. Here's one time where it didn't. So we've got the corner and the flat coming here again, and as we come out, Travis comes out, realizes this guy's underneath and this guy's clearing out, so he's going to keep going on his corner to really isolate that defender. Patrick says, I think he's going to stop in the window, and we just miss a big play opportunity because it was one of the few times that these guys are off a little bit. So this is what you always, what always plays out at times when you do this. When you've got guys that have a feel and allow for a little bit of an adjustment based on what you see, if sometimes those two guys aren't going to see it exactly the same way, and it can lead to some missed opportunities. So where you have this right here, a lot of people in the game might say, wow, it was just a bad throw by Patrick. He left it way inside when Travis was running outside. But because of all the other stuff that I've shown you, it's not really a miss by Patrick as much as it's a misread or these two guys not being on the same page, a few times throughout the course of the season. So something to pay attention to is those adjustments that Patrick Mahomes makes, and are those adjustments on the same page with Patrick Mahomes? I don't even know if I said that right. The adjustments that Travis Kelce makes within the course of a play, and whether he's on the same page with Patrick Mahomes on those adjustments. Does it lead to big plays like we've seen, or does it lead to miscommunication as we see right there? All right, so that's some really good stuff right there between two guys that have an unbelievable feel for the game. I would not recommend you doing this with all of your different receivers. Hey, just go out there and find a hole or get open. You hear that all the time at different levels. Hey, just go out and get open. Yeah, your structure is to kind of go to the corner, but find an opening. That's really, really tough. It was hard for me as a quarterback when my receivers would do that because I was always looking at defenders, right? I was trying to get my read. I was trying to get the ball out on time. And when a guy adjusts like this, it's hard to do that. But what you see with Patrick Mahomes is he'll play a little bit more off schedule than a lot of quarterbacks, just buying a little bit of extra time. That little bit of extra time allows him to see exactly what Travis Kelce is doing, for those two guys to work together to find the openings. And that's going to be key against a really good Philly defense in the Super Bowl, is those two guys being on the same page and making some of those plays that might not be there within the structure of the play.